In a busy city where everyone hurried on their way, there lived a kind-hearted woman named Emily, known for her eagerness to help others. One day, Emily noticed her elderly neighbor, an old lady with wisps of silver hair, struggling to carry the heavy bags of groceries all by herself. Unable to resist her compassionate nature, Emily rushed outside, a warm smile spreading across her face, and offered to help carry the groceries home. But in her eagerness to help, Emily's hands fumbled, and she accidentally dropped a jar of pickles, the sound of shattering glass filling the air. Feeling guilty, Emily scrambled to clean up the mess, but as she stepped in the spilled pickle juice, her feet slipped out from under her, arms flailing in mid-air. Determined to make amends, Emily donned a flour-covered apron and started mixing a fresh batch of cookie dough, intent on baking Mrs. Johnson a thoughtful gesture. Soon, the delicious aroma of freshly baked cookies filled Emily's kitchen as golden brown morsels of sweetness emerged from the oven, their scent enticing and warm. With a plate of homemade cookies in her hands, Emily ventured next door, her heart pounding with a mix of nervousness and anticipation, a shy smile playing on her lips. But when Mrs. Johnson opened the door, Emily's eyes widened with surprise. There in her hands was a plate of Mrs. Johnson's own homemade cookies baked as a thank you gift. The two neighbors stood in the doorway, exchanging their plates of cookies, their faces filled with joy and gratitude, a bond between them growing stronger with each tender moment. Later that day, Emily and Mrs. Johnson sat at a table in Emily's cozy living room, sharing an afternoon tea. Plates of cookies and cups of steaming tea reminded them of their heartwarming connection. As the laughter echoed through the room, Emily and Mrs. Johnson realized that their kindness and thoughtfulness had brought them closer together. They now knew the power of helping and caring for others, their friendship forever strengthened.
Subscribe for more stories.